Weezy out of here. Weezy out of here.
What's going on, my angels? So for 21 days, I meditated Doughty's Raise Your Dominant Vibration Permanently Guided Meditation. Aaron is a YouTuber who aims to make spirituality relatable and practical. In the 1 month of discovering his videos, he has helped me so much, more than he would ever know, especially on his videos about weed. Of course, there are countless benefits to meditation: stress reduction, anxiety control, depression management, increased attention, addiction recovery, and blood pressure reduction. But today I'll be focusing more on Aaron's meditation. This is basically a meditation review. Meditation review. I'll be going with you how I felt throughout these 3 weeks and if it did really change my life. So enough flirting and bantering and flantering, let's just get on to the video. Here's what I learned in 21 days of practicing Aaron Doughty's Raise Your Dominant Vibration meditation. Number 1, longer meditation. This meditation is 26 minutes long. For me, that is a long meditation. My sweet spot is normally around the 10-minute mark. Finding 30 minutes a day to practice this was a bit hard. Regarding meditation, I always say that you can find at least 5 minutes for it, but I found myself staying past midnight, staying past 1 AM just so I can do this. But hey, if you really want to do something, then you'll find a time for it. In the end, I didn't do this for 21 days consecutively. I took a couple days in between for rest. I know. I'm kind of the worst. When I started taking these breaks, they were towards the end of the 3 weeks, and at this point I was just getting kind of tired of it. Finding 30 minutes after my long shifts, just finding the energy, and also these are just all excuses, but still. However, after taking a day break and returning back to the meditation, it did hit different. There's no point of forcing yourself and building more resistance to doing a meditation, but just remind yourself that the long-term benefits are just so worth it. Even the benefits immediately after the meditation, beautiful. This helps me stretch my meditation tolerance out. 15-minute meditation, 20-minute meditations now don't seem as intimidating. To be honest, I can't wait till I'm meditating for 10 hours a day.
Sometimes the gangster need a hug. I'ma get all my problems above. Hate when people be doing
Number 2 is old self versus true self. This meditation slowly builds up and helps you to visualize yourself, picturing you walking with your higher self, showing you 2 television sets, one of your old self and one of your true self. When talking about your old self, we're talking about your old way of being, how you used to think, feel and act. I feel like it's so magical and life-changing that this meditation helps us to acknowledge these tendencies and define what it is we're actually trying to improve. Define what it is, what aspects of ourselves that we're trying to get rid of. Because if you aren't even aware what it is you're trying to improve, then how can you tackle it? Aaron reminds us that this is no longer us, but an outdated version of us. He describes it as a distant character that you totally forgot about. And this line has really helped me separate from my old self so much more deeply. In the same way that Aaron guides you, asking you how you used to think, feel and act, for your true self, Aaron mentioned several times that your higher self has a message for you. What is that message? He asked, followed by a space of silence. During this stillness of space, you can really tap into your higher self for guidance, tuition and knowledge. Tapping into my higher self has assured me that I am on the right path, minimizing resistance to actually getting stuff done. Aaron further adds to this bliss by asking, how do you carry yourself in this new vibration? What emotions do you consistently feel? How do other people respond to you? Him asking these questions helped me remind myself stuff that I already know, that I get to do what I love, moving joyously through life. Imagine all of these acknowledgements of your old self, all the tuition and guidance your higher self is telling you. Now imagine doing this meditation consistently, really honing in on these messages. You become more of yourself. Your true self. How do you become more of yourself from closing your eyes to a meditation from a guy you don't even know? Don't knock it till you try it, because it's crazy how I feel more of me. It's every day I feel more of me. I don't know how else to describe it, but It's a mad feeling. So for my old self, I wrote down in my notes that my old vibration of anxiousness, jealousy, reactiveness, insecurity, entitlement, avoidance, procrastination, being high all the time are no more. Again, just acknowledging that these are stuff that are unneeded is so beneficial. Like that saying, what gets measured gets managed. It's helpful realizing what it is you're separating from. So here's a tip. During the section where you're visualizing your true self, personally, I have a deep happiness as I visualize the person I am right now. When thinking about my higher self, I don't think about some next me in the future. I don't think about me when I'm a millionaire. I don't think about me when I get that yacht. Nah, I'm thinking about me right now. If you're thinking about you in the future, it shows that you're not whole and complete right now. I feel pretty whole. I feel a whole of completeness. Again, not in the future, not when I get this, I'll become happy, not when I make this amount of money, then I'll be content. Right now. To add to that, later on in the meditation, there is a section where Aaron helps you to picture yourself in a room where you can go to do inner work. Another tip from me is to envision yourself right now in the room that you're currently in the room where you're doing your meditation. I do that to further restate that my higher self is right now, not some next man in the future, the only time that there ever is. Shout outs to Eckhart Tolle. It's not me in the distant future, my true self is right here. And then when you finish the meditation and you open your eyes to the room you just envisioned yourself in, that really just solidifies that your old self is no more. Mad. That is absolute mad. It's crazy how I can do a meditation and feel miles ahead from the person I was yesterday, earlier this morning. Even a huge progression from me a couple hours ago. At this point, it really feels like I'm dreaming.
We don't need no one vouching for us. I've been grinding and found me a buzz. I've been searching for love and found lust.
Number 3, doing nothing is so fun. Who knew chilling with your eyes closed could be a cheap vacation? I've mentioned before that meditation can increase attention. And it makes sense. When you have your eyes closed, doing nothing but seeing your thoughts go by, or maybe no thoughts. When that becomes fun, your 9 to 5 becomes fun. Your commute from work becomes fun. Waiting in line becomes the time of your life. And a means to an end is basically wishing away your precious time, wasting away the moment that is the right now. You know what else becomes fun? Your passions. You know, those same passions that are meant to be fun, but you create some next level ideal, some next level perfectionist version in your head that overwhelms you to even do anything. No longer are you overthinking the most details and exhausting yourself before even starting on your craft. With this meditation, Aaron truly helps you to see what you're meant to be doing, your excitement, which then lessens the resistance for you to actually go out and do those things. Focusing on your old self again makes you realize what you aren't trying to be. And in this meditation, Aaron really helps you to tap into your higher being, which in turn makes it clear as to what you should actually be doing. An example for me is, oh, I should be making a video, but before I start, I need fancy B-roll. I need good lighting, special effects. Basically excuses, overthinking, perfectionism. Instead of tiring myself before even getting started, what needs to be done is clear and is done seamlessly. I still need to put in the action. My higher self ain't doing the work for me, but it is, again, much more seamless. I really appreciate how he helps us separate our old outdated self to our true being.
It's so hard to start holding a grudge.
Number 4, new realities. So after doing the meditation and opening my eyes, since this is a long meditation for me, along with the structure of it, aka separating my old self from my true self, when I open my eyes, it feels like I'm dreaming. Like this reality feels like a dream. And I know saying that I am sounding like the most hippiest hippie ever. I am truly back on my hippie shit. But I just bear with me for a second, yeah. Just bear with me for a second, please. In my notes, I wrote down quite a bit that I felt reborn when doing this meditation. And this goes back to me feeling like a different person from me yesterday, from me earlier this morning, from me a couple hours ago. Yes, I use life-changing so loosely, but I have never felt like this before. And the fact that it's just happening so consistently, so frequently, it is mad. It is absolutely mad. When you acknowledge thoughts without judgment, you realize how dysfunctional the mind is. Once you've realized the dysfunction, why would you choose to hold on to it? So when I'm in my sessions just humming about, okay, I don't actually hum because that's cultural appropriation, but when I'm in these sessions and I clock these dysfunctions, I open my eyes to what I perceive as a new reality. Meditation clears up your mind, which affects your perception, which in turn changes your world.
Keep your shot cause these niggas play tough. Pick and choose who the right one to trust.
Because I'm so nice and shit, I'm gonna give you guys 2 lessons, 2 more tidbits that I've learned from this meditation. So the first bonus is video ideas. Reading my notes, I noticed that I get a fair amount of video ideas immediately after a meditation. I can understand that from the clarity meditation provides, as well as tapping into your higher self, which is essentially following your passion and excitement. But again, your higher self, your tuition, your brain, your whatever can give you all these ideas. It's up to you to act on them. It's up to you to take action on them brilliant $1 million ideas. Everyone has ideas. The universe always be telling you shit, but are you listening? And I know I am back on my hippie shit talking about Miss Universe and my higher being. Mate, I've only touched the surface of this lake that is the deepness of the realm of the possibilities of... Well, you get what I'm trying to say. Like, I've only touched the surface, so I can't wait to dive deeper in that bitch. What I'm trying to say is that my higher self providing these video ideas, boo, my higher being just trying to get to know you. Is it really that bad? Jeez, my higher self is such a tease.
I took off, ain't the same as it was. Get her out, told her walk to the bus.
After each meditation, I write down a summary of how that session went, how it made me feel, how I felt prior to the practice, and what I focused on during that session. It can even be nothing at all and simply just being present. I will write that down. It might be that my mind was actually hectic and I wasn't actually present during that meditation. I will write that down. Again, what gets measured gets managed. In this case, I can see how often I'm meditating during the day, as well as the patterns that arise. I can see that I'm stressed out about a particular thing. Maybe I'm jealous about a certain situation. Maybe I'm overthinking, or maybe a particular event is causing me much more stress than normal, and my mind just keeps wandering towards that. Because the more you know yourself, the more you know your mind patterns, the more you can realize, yo, this mind dysfunction, whatever it is, this ain't it. Again, just clocking these patterns, it's just gonna do you so nicely. Clocking these dysfunctional patterns is a sweet one.
I still talk to the Lord on my knees, helping me take care of all of my needs.
So to conclude, the main takeaways I got from this meditation by Doughty is that longer meditation makes me feel like I'm dreaming, old self versus true self, the power of acknowledging and defining the two. Doing nothing is so fun, closing your eyes is a cheap vacation, as well as raising your attention, new realities, a new world, and progression every hour. And we got a couple bonuses, video ideas, my higher self just trying to get to know you, boo, and finally, note-taking. What gets measured gets managed. So is this meditation as life-changing as Aaron claims? Yeah, I would say so. Not only is this meditation an outlet to your higher self, but it separates your old way of being to your true higher self, which in itself is so powerful. Defining your old self helps you understand what it is that you need to improve. You really feel like you're engaging with your true sense of self. I am in early days of not smoking weed, and I didn't aim to stop it completely, but something bigger than me is telling me to cut it out completely. I am not looking for these messages. They are coming to me. My higher self is providing this tuition. It is, however, my decision if I'm going to listen or not. I feel huge progressions mentally from me earlier today, which is so mad. It's mind-blowing how often you can catch yourself slipping, catch yourself rationalizing all these dysfunctional behavior and thinking that I wouldn't have realized otherwise, as well as the pure fun I have just having my eyes closed. If you would have told me a year ago that I would have the time of my life focusing on my breath with my eyes closed, then I wouldn't even listen. I'd just be stuck in my thoughts because it's easier. I don't know if you realize, but I highly recommend this meditation. I'm really thankful for Aaron for providing this meditation, for providing an outlet to tap into my higher self. Thank you so much, Aaron. Honestly, his videos, his meditations have really shaped me as a person. I really recommend this meditation, even just once or occasionally. But remember that consistent practice, these 21 days can improve your mindset in ways that you can't even imagine. Give it a try. Look at the comments of the video. Thank you again for Aaron for providing life-changing content. I wish I found out about him sooner, but there's no point of thinking like that. As always, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate talking to you all, talking about some hippie shit. I love talking to you lot, and until next time, Love.
Sometimes the gangster need a hug. I'ma get all my problems above.